Hi everybody, it's Juanita. I'm just here junking around with some, what do you call them? Blank cards. I got this little thing at a thrift store for, I think it was $1 or two, maybe $2. And then you untie it. It's a little box, and it had these cards in it with their envelopes. And so I thought, well, I will do this and make it for my mother. My mother loves yellow, so I'm going to make her a little journal. And I want to make sure that y'all can see me good. So right here to the top of my mat will be good. Okay, here we go. So what I did is I took, these are just your average blank cards. They're about a 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I picked out 3 of them. And I inked it up. She loves yellow, but she really doesn't care for white. And so I put some paper, and these are the envelopes. I just made little pockets out of the envelopes. I've made a belly band so far. And that's out of some of the paper I put in here. And this is just a little tuck in. Loves these little yellow finches, so I made it with a napkin. So that goes right there. I'll put that back in a little while. And just some papers. This is just scrapbook paper that I guess I've had for years and years. I don't even know what the name of the book is because the front cover was gone off of it. And that's another one of the cards. This is a double-sided, but it looked like doilies to me, and my mother's crocheted doilies all of her life, so I thought that'd be nice. And this is another end of the envelope I've got to glue together. Just another piece of paper. And then this is the center. And I made a couple of tags. Well, it started out like this, and I was making a trifold. And it was out of a set of dividers that I did in coffee dyeing. These just regular old dividers. And I was just making, a trifold. And I didn't really like how it was coming out, so I just cut it apart with some pinking shears and some scallop scissors, these kind of scissors that we all have some of, and made a couple of tags and just made this little, but they're coffee dyed and they can be written on the back if she chooses to use them like that. And just a little belly band out of a piece of paper and a Martha Stewart punch. Just made that. My friend just got this in Florida for me at a thrift store, and so I was just using it to see how it worked. And that's what I did. I did that one. And this one, see, it's yellow also, but I put some of this little trim on it. And this was just a trim. I believe I bought it at, well, I'm sure I bought it at Joann's. And last week they had their decorative trim on sale. So I went in and got a yard of it. And, I just put it in my stash and use it when I want to. And then, let's see. So this is one of the cards. It's the center. And then we go on, and then you see the back of the papers and the envelopes and the paper and a card and a paper. And then I had a little bit of that left from that belly band I made, so I put it on the envelope. And then the back of the paper, the yellow. She loves yellow. She does not like white, so I'm going to have to do something with kind of camouflage it somehow. I inked up these cards where they wouldn't have white. And let's see, I inked this one up too. See, I used Vintage Photo, Tim Holtz. And I just kind of inked it where it's not so stark white. She just don't really like that stark white stuff. and just put a little tag in there. But I'll probably leave all this stuff out until I sew the signature together. And then I'm just going to send it in the mail to her like this. I'm going to work on it and make stuff for it. And y'all are going to just hang out with me, I guess. I started a little guest check here. I inked a little birdie. And I just put it on some muslin. Figured that she would like that. These are some guest checks I bought at Walmart. And I just coffee dyed them. And I'm going to use a piece of burlap. I'm going to use a little bitty piece of lace. I'm working on layering. And I'm going to use a little piece of fabric that I ran on my distress ink where it made it look older. And then I'm going to put that. And I'm going to glue it all down. So I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac because I believe Fabri-Tac will hold it better. My other glue is art glitter glue. I use it for just almost everything except when I'm putting fabric on fabric. So I will use the art glitter glue to put down my burlap to the paper, and I'm just going to make it where it kind of opens in case I want to stick a little tag or something like that in there. Did I do the right? And I guess it don't matter. I'm going to put it like this. And I can just sit something in there. But you know what? I've had second thoughts. I think I'm going to make it a little tuck. So I'm just going to put this acetate, or it's actually a little package. I'm going to put that in there where it don't stick. Excuse the dogs. There's either a cat outside. There's either a cat, UPS man, or the mail lady. It's usually what they bark at every day. I'm going to put a little bit of Fabri-Tac here. I'm going to put this lace down first. I've been really working on doing my layering, and had a couple of friends helping me do that because I just don't think it's very wonderful, my layering, but they say it's just fine. But I'm just going to use that like that. I really don't like things going straight up and straight down, so I'm going to put this one at a little bit of an angle here. And all I did was distress it with my vintage photo. It's not coffee dyed or anything. So I'm going to turn that a little bit and just whop that down there. Now I'm going to put a little bit more glue on this one because I have inked or stamped an image on it. And so I want it to down. Excuse me, but I'm not going to stick down the fray part because I like that frayed edge. And my Fabri-Tac is getting a little bit stringy. And I'm just going to put that little bird right there. I think I'm going to let that lace show up a little bit more. I think that's good. What do y'all think? Pretty sure that's dry now. And so then you can tuck anything. Here's a little tag. Oh, that's a little bit too little, huh? You can tuck anything into it. Maybe some parchment paper and some parchment paper from coffee dyeing. And a little piece of paper. You can just tuck anything in there. So I think that'll work good. Just don't know where I'll put it, but I'm going to cover up one of these white pages for sure with it. See how it covers that up? So let's ink it and ink it and ink it. We'll go around the edges, and that way the little white that does show will not be so stark white. And then we'll just go. Of course, this is a cardstock, so it's easy to ink. paper is a little bit harder to ink than the cardstock. This goes this way. And I think I'll probably just clip that on there. Let's go down the middle of that page because it shows. I just ink up a little bit here. My ink pads seemed like they were getting a little bit dry. So I started storing them upside down, and they sure do work a lot better now. So that was a little thing I learned. I don't know where I learned it from. I learned a lot of things, but I don't know where from. See, now that's not so stark white. So we'll lay that up there with those things. Been trying to think of things to do with it. So I've got a blank page, a yellow page. So I need to really do something to this one. And you know, I think I might just, oh goodness, my Fabri-Tac is having a volcano over here. Let's go ahead and put that lid on. Got to remember to do that. I bought some of this that Tuesday morning the other day, and it was on clearance. It is origami travel paper. And I like it because it's thin, and it's real easy to collage with. So I think what I'm going to do on this front page is just do a little bit of collaging. And for sure it'll turn out cool. Mom likes yellow, so we'll pick a yellow one. And I'm sure she would like the music paper, so we'll pick that one. And there's some script that's kind of yellow. She's a world traveler. Not really, she's not. She don't go anywhere. But I think that's the United States and Mexico. Yeah, I think it is. Anyway, if there was a Europe one, I would put it on there. She's been to Europe. There's another yellow, but I already got one. Do I seem like I'm mumbling? If I am, let me know. I see that 2 people are watching, but that's got too much red in it, don't you think? She loves green. We'll take a green one, I think. Unless we found another better green. Don't need blue. That says Paris. I guess that's the little city map of Paris, I guess. I don't think Mom's ever been to Paris. I think she's been to Austria and Switzerland and a lot of places like that. That's Boston and stuff. Here's another map. Can't tell what it is. Probably New York City or something. Hope y'all can see this. Have y'all been able to see this? Hi, whoever's there. I don't know how to turn on my comments. There it is. Hi, Cassie and Barbara Riggle Baker. That's cool. Okay, I can see. Oh, I guess it fades in and out. So if I just touch the screen, I can see who it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wow, I'm so glad y'all are here. And I'm kind of testing today, too, to see how long my phone will record. Because if it does like an hour, that's going to be awesome. Because that's what I want to do. I want to do junk around with, just junking around with me with all kinds of different stuff. So that way y'all can find it easier. I've been told, anyway, that if you have a name that people can look up, it's easier. I think that's just about what I'm going to use. And I've watched a lot of videos, and Gail Anna Costanelli. She does a lot of collaging and also decoupaging with napkins and stuff like that. So if anything that you see that I'm doing, it's probably from a video from her. And I'm just kind of a beginner. I've been here for about a year and just learning how to do things. I've got a collection of journals that I've swapped and traded with and stuff like that. But I don't really like a straight edge. I'm going to put it up here. I really don't like a straight edge, but I've got some of these scissors that my mother gave me last time I was visiting her. I live in Kentucky and she lives out in Texas. And so I guess that's what I need to do, is I just need to rip some of this stuff up. Maybe give it a little bit of ink. I don't know. We'll see if it's got a white edge. And I've got to make sure that I'm up here in frame instead of... Let's just cover that up. It's not very thick. I'm not going to go on real easy, but, you know, just suffer through it. Just suffer right through it. And get it on your fingers and stuff, but oh well. And what do I want to use for glue? I guess I will use glue stick. And because it's a little bit, it's a little bit smoother, so I got to be careful. My glue stick is almost out. Whoops, I guess it is out. I guess I just have to use that one for washi tape. Let's get me a new glue stick. That's a washi tape glue stick. So here we got another one. Let's see. It's not going to fall out. Let's just start collaging this stuff on here. I haven't used a whole lot of glue stick. I do it in a napkin decoupage a lot. And I think I'm just going to lay it right there. Let's just keep on going. I do kind of like the straight edges on the corners and stuff like that, so I think I'm going to put this up here. And then I'm going to rip this one right here. And then I'm going to ink this. Sure hope y'all are crafting with me. That way y'all have something to do while I'm doing. Sure is neat. I just love all this stuff. I've been a junk journal only for about a year and a half. And of course, as you practice, you get a little bit better. And I can tell you, ladies, I learn something new every day because and then after you've watched videos and that kind of stuff, then you just have to do it. You just have to do it. But I'm just going to cut some of these paper up, and I think I'm going to put this in right there. Look at that. And I'm going to use the glue stick. And since I am on a live video, I don't think it will come up on YouTube, but as we're sitting here talking, I'm going to hit my computer and see if I can get it up and what it does. Oh, looky there. That fits just perfect. This is so fun. I love doing this stuff. This Franken paper is what I call it. I've watched several videos on Franken paper and collaging, I guess. So it's just, oops, looky there. Forgot to ink that edge. I'll do it right now. Okay, put my password in, guys. I'll be right back. There we go. Whoops. So what have y'all been doing today? I have been talking to my friend Susie Davis. She is going to send me some yellow lace for this journal, and she was asking me when I was going to come up to the little town she lives in, and I told her I thought my husband was going to come up there this weekend, but I wasn't. I'm not going up to Louisville this weekend. I think I will stay home and just let him go. But we'll see. Sometime he talks me into it by telling me he's going to feed me food. And I love food. Food is my friend. Boy, it takes a while to do this stuff, don't it? I think I'm going to make this as big as I can. Where it'll take up more space. But I really don't like the edge. I'm going to ask Santa Claus for one of them rulers that tears the edge of the paper. I don't know what Susie called it a while ago. I was talking to her about it. And she said, well, why don't you just ask Santa Claus? I said, yeah, he is pretty good at finding stuff on online shops and stuff like that. So Santa Claus has more time to sit and look at that kind of stuff than I do. Well, I guess I probably could look it up, but I'm just so computer illiterate. I've been accused of doing stuff that I didn't even know I did. But, I mean, not spending money or anything like that. Usually something to do with the online community groups that I'm in. But, you know what? It's just too childish for me. But looky there. We're getting there. This kind of looks like coffee dyed paper. Look at that. We can just make a little triangle there. And rip this little side down here. I hope I'm in camera, y'all. My computer's up now. I got to make sure that I leave my card up here. Am I mumbling? Sorry. I am not usually a mumbler. I usually mouth in the room. I kind of like this Elmer's glue stick because it shows where you're putting it. This origami paper is cool though, guys, for this. This little project is working out really good with it. And I know that my mom's going to like it because it's not white. She does not like white. And soon, I mean, this is only the second video I've ever made. So soon as I learn some more about it, I want to how to tell people I'm on live. And that way my mom can see it. Because Michelle will take her the phone and show her, and my mom can sit here and watch while I do this. I'm so excited about that. And what I'm doing now is I'm over here on my desktop computer, and I'm going to YouTube, and I'm going to see, it says, just junking around with blank cards. That's me, and it says live now. Okay, so maybe I can see y'all talking. I can. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm going to turn it down. Yay, okay, I can see. Look, I can see all that. Let's see. I'm going to look and see what y'all are saying. Hi, Cassie. Cassie and Barbara. Looks like the ones to be there right now. And it looks like y'all are having a conversation, so I really don't want to read all that. You just need to get the screen and all that fun stuff. It just costs them so much. Yeah. But, oh, I'm so excited. Y'all can see me and I can see what y'all are saying. Okay, so we're still just collaging here, but when I find out how to do a lot of this stuff, I'm going to, you know, I'm going to notify people and tell them, you know, when I'm going live and stuff, and that way my mom can get on here and she can see what I do. She don't really know what I do. I talk to her about it all the time, and when I go visit her, she lives in Texas, I will go thrifting and I'll buy stuff, and you know, I'll tell her I'm going to use it in my junk journals, and she really don't know. The other day I was talking to her on the phone and she said, you haven't ever made me anything. I decided I'd make her something where she could see what I do. This is just my craft. It's not my job. I'm currently looking for a job. I'd like to find somebody in my area to sit with, you know, that needs companionship or something like that. And that's what I would like to do. Boy, this stuff makes you paranoid if you're in the frames or not, doesn't it? I guess you have to get used to where your boundaries are. Because I keep looking over there to make sure I'm in frame, and I'm still at the same place, so. Oh, lordy, lordy. But I just don't even know what I'm doing. But I have been told that I know all this stuff, but guess what? I don't. I'm just learning. I'm just learning everything that I'm doing right with you today. Oh, look how cool that is. I really like that. I bought that, I guess I told you, I bought this at Tuesday morning. And it's just a little, but 3 by 3, and I will buy those because they got them in 3 by 3s and 6 by 6 and 8 by 8. But I tell you what, they sure do make this decoupaging easy because the paper's kind of thin, and so if you're putting it on a card, it doesn't add any more bulk to it. Can't use that white on there. Have to save that for something else. My mom and her white, she just does not like white. I'm going to put that right there. Oh, I tell you, this is easy. Thank you, Barbara. You're so sweet. You know, I am 58 years old, and I'm very computer illiterate, except for, you know, like work systems and stuff like that. I can do pretty good, and I can do the email and stuff like that. But otherwise, I'm just not real good at it. My grandkids can teach me more than anybody. But I sure do. I'm 58 years old, and I want to retire when I'm 65. We've been talking about that, my husband and I. And I'm going to ink this up a little where that white isn't so white. And I would like to have a little bit of a following, you know, like in 8 years or 5 years or 7 years, whatever it is, you know, when I get to retire. I'd like me to retire, you know, when I'm 62, but if it's, you know, another $1,000 to retire 3 years later, you know, I don't know. We'll see. But I'd like to have a little bit of following where, you know, I can sit and do this during the day and not just do nothing in my retirement. I cannot believe this is so cool. I'm so tickled. Are you crocheting right now, Barbara? Cassie's crafting with me. She's such a sweetie. Cassie sent me a webcam that she got at one of those things that I think it's called Marketplace or something like that. It's just a little place that you can look for people that have stuff for sale and stuff. And she got it for like $5, and she sent it to me. And I'm going to try hooking it up to my computer with Cassie's help, of course. And that way I'll have a camera on my computer, and I won't have to use my phone all the time. But it looks like my phone's doing pretty good. It's not too bad. The picture's good anyway. Man, I love this origami paper. Y'all should see how it feels. It feels so thin. Doesn't bulk up or nothing. What did I do with those little papers? Did I use them all? I guess so. Need to pick out some more. Woohoo! I like this one. Just right there. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would do anything like this, YouTube. But you know what? It's pretty cool, pretty cool. But I love going live. On a group I was in, I used to go live all the time. And I really enjoyed it, but I can't be in that group anymore. I love that group. That's where I learned everything. But I've been told that I know more than I do. Whatever. But anyway, anywho, I like being on YouTube too. I guess I'll have to send some invites out to my YouTube friends. I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube. Look, I got a little spot right there. Watch this. Oh, it's gone. I think I'll do that on those little spots. What do y'all think? That's pretty cool. Oops. That's not stuck down very good. That little edge. Oh, that looks so cool. Let's see what it looks like in the journal. The little journal. What do y'all think? How cool is that? That is way cool. That's right when you open it too. Look at that. I'm pretty good at this dang stuff, if I have to say so myself. Okay, so moving on to the next page. Let's see. That's awful pretty. She loves yellow. Her favorite color is yellow. So that's awful pretty. And I can put something in that pocket. Now we need to do this one. I think I want to do another collage. Why not? Let's see. I've got all this. Oh, I bet you I could use tissue paper. Let's use some Tim Holtz tissue paper. I've got some Tim Holtz tissue paper that has yellow birds on it. She would love that. And it's not going to bulk up much. Let's take that page out of there, and we can do the whole kit and caboodle. Let's move this out of the way. Look at that. Don't you think she'll love that? I think she will. Let's see. I love that part. I bet we can put that over here. I can just tear it. I better tear it with my fingers. That's why I need that ripping ruler, because my fingers, I have a little bit of arthritis, and it hurts my fingers to rip all day long. Well, it hurts my back, it hurts everything, but you know, that's life. Okay, let's put this on. Top and bottom are straight. You think that'd be all right? I think that'd be all right. Let's go ahead. What do we do before we glue? We ink. I learned that from Kelly Snow. We ink, we ink, we ink. And then you glue. Okay. So let's just glue. Okay. What do you ladies think? You think she'll like that? Oh, let's put that yellow bird in there. Look at that. That is so cool. So cool. Looky there. Now, let's keep on going. Let's glue that down. Glue. I love this purple Elmer's because I can see where I glued. Okay, where's that? And it said, this little saying is birdie darling. But it's got two birds on it. So that's cool. What do you think, Cassie? Does it look good? Am I talking too low? Am I talking loud enough? You gotta tell me what's going on here, girlfriend. Well, you know I'm getting better at this, Cassie. I mean, I like what I do more anyway, because I'm more confident, I think. And what I love about this is this Tim Holtz paper is you can layer it on top of each other, and it's just so pretty. And then what I'll do when it dries is I'll ink it up to take that whiteness away. And I think she will love it. I just think she will. Makes me happy, makes her happy, I'm sure. And I wish I knew how to tell Michelle that I was doing a live. I guess I'll just have to call Michelle sometime before I do a live where she can put Mom on here to watch. But looky there, I'm happy with that. I think I'm happy with that. I think I'm happy with that. I've been thinking about getting a laptop. I was telling Susie about that this morning, and I was thinking about getting a laptop because it's smaller and I can have it sitting over here, maybe, you know, where I can see, because I'm blind in my left eye, and so my PC is over here on the left, and so I have to turn all the way around to see anything that anybody's saying. So, but I don't know. I like what the PC does. Well, Susie says I will like what the PC does better. I don't know where Susie is. Susie should be here. I told her I was going to do a live with my YouTube, but I don't know where. No, here they are. Okay, let's do this. Oh, guess who that is? That's the male person, because I can hear him. And of course the dogs warn me when there's danger, danger, danger. You know what? Oh no, I guess it don't matter. I was fixing to say I think I put that on upside down, but I don't think it really matters. Another person I watch on YouTube a lot is Deli Girl 61. She's up in Canada, and if you ever get a chance to go over to her YouTube channel, she's real good too. But See how I punched those corners to be like, I don't know, punched. Anyway, she does that in some of her books, so I kind of did that in this one just because I want Mom to see the different things that I do in a journal, because I've never sent her a journal. The only family member that I've ever made a journal for is my granddaughter, and she loves it, so it's all good. But look at that. That looks really good. It's still a little bit wet right there, so I think I'll just wait a little while. Let's see how it looks in there. Where did I take it out of? Oh, it was right here. I need to do that. I need to take the book apart. Take the book apart and put the page back in. Aw, that's so cute. When it gets inked up, it'll be really cute. And I can put some Tim Holtz birds in here, in this little pocket, where she can have some of those die cuts that are the birds and the flowers. And I might even be able to decorate that. Let's get some of those out. You know, just coming up with ideas. I don't know how long I've been on here, but let's see. Don't say. I don't think it says. I guess I need to look at my clock or something. Let's see. Isn't that cool? I loved doing that. That was fun. I've got another Tim Holtz too. I think it's flowers though. It's roses and stuff like that. And it showed that 3 people were on here. I only see, if you're on here, just say something where I'll know you're here. So let's get that Tim Holtz thing out. This is how I store my embellishments. I got this little thing at Michael's, and I got it on Black Friday. I'm believing it was Black Friday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Black Friday, because the store manager, I know the store manager, and he told me that they were going to be on for 10, so I went that day and I got 2 of them. But the way I did it was banners, flowers, people, butterflies, and I think what I want is flowers. And now, you know what? I guess I could use people's too. And Tim Holtz Thrift Stop. Oh, that's got some birds in it. Guess I better look through that one too. Tim Holtz Snippets. That's like travel and stuff. I wonder if there's any vellum birds. I don't think so. Thank you, Barbara. I can't believe it. Time goes by so fast, and I'm having so much fun. Okay, I gotta hurry though, huh? No, I'm gonna do a whole little series until this little junk journal is done, because I am loving this. This is so fun not to sit in here and have to craft by myself. It's just awesome. Because I think that's what I like about doing the videos, is because I don't feel so by myself while I'm crafting. I just love it. Look at those bluebirds. Okay, Juanita, I'm digressing. I need to find some stuff to put in here, right? Okay. Gonna decorate that with that bird. Let's see. You know, I need something to, I know I got different book pages. That's what Gail does. That's my pokey one. Here's another one. Guess we can just use this, huh? Okay. We're just going to use this as a glue thing. Looky there. And then when it gets real gluey, she folds it in halves and makes pockets and stuff out of them, gluing them together. So here we go. I'm telling you, I just learned from people. I don't have all this stuff in my brain. Look at that. That is so cute. That is darling. Okay, this is getting good, girls. This is getting good. Look at that. Oh. This is getting good. Let's find something to put there. Oh, we can put one of, here I'm going to use Tim Holtz flowers. Barbara, come to tell me about when it's about an hour, and I'll get off here, because an hour is enough, I think. People will start getting bored, and then I'll make another one. Oh, look. Aren't those, that's it? Goodness gracious. You know, I probably should put these on with stronger glue. I think I'll use this. It is my art glitter glue. When I first started watching videos and stuff, I found this girl on I think it was on YouTube, because my grandkids were the ones that showed me YouTube, and her name is May Made It. So did I. And so she does cards and stuff, and I found junk journaling somehow, you know, just floating around on YouTube. And I have been a crafter probably since, oh gosh, since I was 12 years old. I've just loved crafting and sewing, and I took like 5 years of home ec. Oh, guess what I forgot to do, but that's okay. I forgot to ink around those, but that's okay. They would have stood out a little bit more. And if I would have put some, oh goodness, if I would have put some cheesecloth behind them, but oh well. Next one, we will do that. And let's see, I have a piece of acetate here. I can, we had a little, but look at that. Cassie, what do you think? I think I'm doing pretty good. I do like the birds. I do like the flowers. And of course, tag will go in there. Here we go, another page. But you know, I can put, you know, something like that there, and I can put a flower in here. Look how long that flower is. That's a big one. I could put a flower on there. Looky there. Look. That's a good one. Like that. These are those $5.99 things that you get at Michael's for Tim Holtz. And he has several different ones. He has travel and people and all that kind of stuff. And if I'm out and about, not doing any, you know, craft shopping or anything like that, you know, like if I go out to, you know, do anything, a lot of times I will stop by Michael's and just use my 50% off coupon on an item. And that's how I got all of my Tim Holtz, all of them. I just went in there and bought a bag of them at a time. And I haven't used them enough to have to replace them yet. So, but that's what I'll do. When I have to replace one, I'll just go in there and buy it with one of my coupons. I sure wish I would have inked around those. But live and learn. So cool. Oh, I love birds. I just met a friend. Um, I was at Joann's this week shopping, and I always go into these places when, like they have the material 60% off or 50% off. Well, Joann's actually had their ribbons and trims for 50% off. So I went in there and I was looking around and I kept running into this lady. And her name is Joanne. And she lives here in the little town I live in. And she has birds. She showed me some pictures of, she's got a parrot. I forget what his name is, but he's 48 years old. And he was standing up on his little stoop thing. And his tail almost went all the way to the floor. But anyway, and she said he talks, and I wish I could remember the phrases that they say, but she also showed me a picture of a cockatiel that she has, and the cockatiel was dancing. She has that thing, Alexis, and she tells Alexis, Funky Town, I think it was Funky Town, and she said her cockatiel just dances and dances to that song, and that the other parrot will, move too, but when you put the camera on him, he won't. So she has to kind of sneak in the room with the camera to get him dancing a little bit, but as soon as he sees that camera, he stops. She said he's camera shy. But they are so cute. What do your birds do? What kind of birds do you have, Barbara? That's so cool. Birds are so cool. My stepmother had a bird. Its name was Gabby. And she was, I think, what they call a Quaker. She was a little green bird. Look at how that takes that stark white away. Let that glue dry a little bit. Mama liked it a lot better. See the difference? Mama liked it a lot better with that stark white gone. But I guess I'll call Michelle after I get off of here and tell her that I made a video, and maybe she can show it to Mom. But anywhere there's white, I'm going to try to cover it up a little bit. And it don't matter if I do it on this other page that's behind it, because I love this vintage photo ink. Just is awesome. Love them birdies. Hello, birdies. Hello, birdies. Hello, birdies at Barbara's. Oh, 6 cockatiels. A zebra finch. Oh my goodness, Barbara, you have your hands full. I have 4 dogs, and I know my hands are full, so I'm sure yours are too. Isn't it funny how people have pets, and they just fill their life after their kids are gone? That's what mine do. So I guess it's probably been about an hour, and that's probably long enough for everybody. And I'll come back on in a couple of days and work on this some more. And the things that I do in between now and then, I will be sure and tell you what I did. But we can put those things in here where you can kind of see what they do. Look at that. It's just so pretty. So here's one of my tags that go in here. That's a belly band I made. And then I made the guest check. I really do need to put a person on there, though, don't you think? I really do think I need to put a person on there. Things are hard for me to open with my fingers. Let's see. I really like this guy with this. I really like this guy with this dog. Look at him. I think I'm going to put him on there. Let's go ahead and just dinge him up a little bit. What do you think? I think I'm in camera. Let's just ink around him a little bit. And I think he's going to go right under this flower bouquet where my mom can have a boyfriend. My daddy passed away in 2010, and we always tease Mom. And let's just put him in there where Mom can have a man friend. Look at these. They're so cute. Anyway. Okay, so it, and it just does that to me. I just see something, I think it needs something else, and that just needed that little man. And so then we got this page, and then the doily page. That's the envelope. There's the pocket on it. Another page. We got quite a bit to do in here. Oh, there's a belly band. We can put this little finch in there. When I lived in Knoxville, Tennessee, we went to a McDonald's over on a street called Cedar Bluff. It won't fit. And that McDonald's had a finch cage. They had like, I don't know, probably 30 birds in there. And it was as big as the middle of the room. It was huge. And they had all kinds of finch in there. So pretty. That's why I went to that McDonald's, because they had those finches. So, there we go. Tell me what y'all think. I'll answer the comments. I'm going to get off of here and see what I can do. I got some laundry to fold, and I've got some lunch in there left over from Old Charlie's last night that I want to eat. There's a little bit of steak, a little bit of broccoli, a little bit of baked potato, and a little bit of free pie Wednesday on Wednesdays at Old Charlie's. It's been nice seeing everybody. Thank you for watching. This is exciting. Bye. Let me see if I can turn it off. I don't know how, but I'm going to. 57 minutes, Barbara. That's what I had. So that's pretty good. Let's see what it does.